welcome to the Easily Excitable podcast. My name is Top, and with me this week is Dom. Hey man, how's it going?
It's going well, Topham. How are things with you?
Yeah, things are going all right. I had an interesting turn at work today, whereas the last week's been pretty miserable. I've been just trying to get things planned, and I just got to a point where I just had to wait for my boss to come in, and it was causing me a bit of stress. He came in today. We had an interview with a new person who'd be coming on, and everything just seemed to get sorted, and my stress levels just dropped massively.
Well, it's better than my day today because I spent the entirety of Thursday trying to finish a certain report, which is basically summary of the work we've been doing for the past month and a half. Got in today after lunch. Manager calls me up to buy a sent a report. No, not even my manager. His guy sent a report to proofread, and he agrees and it's like, Dom, you've set out the entire thing wrong. This is not what's supposed to be in this sort of report. This is what's supposed to be in a different type of report. And I'm just like, motherfucker, I spent 2 days doing this.
Oh, man.
So not the best.
Yeah.
Stress levels through the roof for me. Never mind. Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. So, I've been feeling a lot of stress because I know at this point in time I've got 9 weeks left of work before I'm off for 3 months. And I've got a lot to get arranged. Hopefully I should be hiring someone. I'll have a definitive, this is the person I'm hiring by the end of the week. So I'm going to be this is the person. Hopefully they'll come in soon and then I have to train them all up. But I'll see how that goes. And yeah, hopefully I'm going to have someone in. I've got 3 months off, which is daunting. I've got studying to do during that time. I've got studying to do before then. I've got an assignment that's due in 6 weeks or 5.5 weeks at this point in time. And I know that I'm just going to be massively busy with that. So I've given up Taekwondo for the moment, most likely until the new year. And it's just thinking on that kind of scale as well. We're only just moving into August and I'm already well, I'm not doing that until next year. And that's just a bit daunting.
5 months ahead planning is rough. Yeah. I'm on a similar scale actually because I'm thinking me and work have basically decided that I'm going out on placement for a bit to work for a different company for a bit to get some experience. Yeah. And yeah, that's going to happen mid-October, early November maybe. Mm-hmm. But that means that in 2 weeks I have to go over to the place where I'm going to be and talk with the guys, and then we're going to decide. But that means that it's going to be March, April before I'm back to here, and then it's well, where do I live? And planning out who's going to be around, and it's I'm living 6 months in advance. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I'm totally feeling that right now. It's just, it's kind of frustrating. You're just I've got to put all this stuff in place now so that in the future I'm ready for it. And I've been I don't know, I've had my notebook near me the whole of the weekend and all of the weeks as well, just writing down ideas and things that I need to do. So when I'm going away, I need to make sure I've got insurance to the States, which covers me for medical things in case of emergency. And that's the big thing I need to still get sorted by. Got a quote for it, but I need to call up about it to the place that I'm trying to book it with. And then I've got to get, I want to say I've got to get flights arranged, but they're pretty much arranged at this point anyway. I just need to wait for my mortgage to be paid for this month, and then I'm just okay, I've definitely got enough money in my bank account, right? It's just simple things like that.
It's the end of the month. Surely you've been paid sometime recently. Surely.
I have, yeah, but my mortgage payment goes out on the 1st. So as soon as that's gone and all the associated payments that go out on the 1st are gone, I then want to just make sure I don't need to take money from my savings.
Oh, so today you've got money, but tomorrow you're not going to have any. Is that what you're telling
me?
Right,
basically,
okay,
yeah.
Nice.
And I'm just I just want to make sure the money's in my account before I spend it all. Which is just the way I do things anyway.
No, that's called good financial planning, which I seem to do okay at, and a lot of people really do not do okay at, even those who are in the exact same financial position as me. I was talking to a girl at work this morning, I won't name names, not that anybody who listens to this is going to know who it is, but anyway.
Yeah.
It's just and she was saying oh, I'm so glad we got paid today, and I'm like, what are you on about? It's oh yeah, I only had 200 quid left in my bank account, and you're the same wage as me. How do you not have any savings of any kind whatsoever? Just like, I just spend everything. It's just like,
How do you
On
spend
what?
so much money?
you don't even have she doesn't even have a car. Like, what? You don't go traveling. You don't have a car. I never see you buy anything for yourself. Where is all your money going?
It's all that avocado toast.
Apparently. Fucking avocado.
Oh, dear.
Emma, if you're listening, I'm not sorry. Fucking avocados. Disgusting
Oh,
stuff.
dear. I like avocado, but that's just...
Nah.
I'm a veggie anyway, so
You're
I'm gonna get
vegetarian.
what I
You
can have
need
where
that.
I have it anyway.
I give you a pass. You
Yeah.
kind of have to like vegetables as kind of a requirement to survive.
As being a vegetarian,
Whereas
yeah.
I don't. I can
Yeah.
choose. I can pick and choose.
Pick and choose which ones you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh man, yeah. So, I bought. So we've both been at RTX recently. I bought myself 2 things while I was there. I felt real proud of myself. I bought a game called Black Ice, and I bought a T-shirt, and that was it. That was all I bought, and I'm just like,
Well, you did better than me
did
because I got a really nice little medallion Sunbro thingy for Dark Souls, which was it's a pretty sizable down. I'd say about a diameter about an inch or so, inch and a half maybe. Still $15, so that was down the drain. And then I bought a set of dice, as in
nice.
D20, D100, so 2 D10s, D6, D8, D12, and a D4. Out of really, really nice material. I think it's called perlite or something. Some like man-made gemstone.
Yeah.
That was triple figures. Like,
Yeah.
that wasn't great. To be fair, I was looking at the tungsten, because they had tungsten dice there, and I was just like, I really want these, but I cannot justify spending 350 quid on dollars, sorry, on dice. Which,
That
to
will
be
just
honest,
destroy any table you throw them on.
well, it's also that. It's also for the fact that it's like, to be honest, I don't play D&D in actuality.
Yeah.
Like, I only play it on the internet. So, like, I got to use these dice on the trip. Mm-hmm. We went out after RTX, because I did run a one-shot D&D session, which I just chucked together in a week. But, yeah, that's the only time I've ever had to use any of my... Like, even the previous set I owned, like the purple set I've owned for, like, almost a year at this point. I've never used them. Just kind of looking at them, it's just like, oh, this is cool. It's 100 quid's worth of looking shiny stones. Oh dear,
Yeah.
whoops, what have I done?
Oh dear. Yeah, those dice sets just looked so good.
They did,
There's some
though.
that I was just like, oh, I just want them, but
They're handmade as well, and it's a problem. You can tell they're handmade because there's some of the dice where it's legit, like, you can see like the numbers are off center. So sorry, audio listeners, I'm going to show top and one here. But if you look at where the 14 is on that die,
yeah,
it's really off kilter with the middle.
yeah, it's
It's really nice. Like they're proper crafted and all that. And
they're
I don't know.
real
Maybe
nice
if I win
dice.
the lottery, I'll just buy like one of each of their things and spend shit tons of money.
Absolutely. They were talking about like not moving operations, but opening up workshops where they make them in the States and in Europe somewhere.
Yeah, because they
as
were an
well.
Australian company, weren't they?
Yes, yeah.
And shipping to obviously US or UK is a bit of a pain, but yeah, I mean they're doing alright apparently. But
Yeah, it's
yeah, no, I did find a T-shirt at RTX. I saw it one of the days. I can't remember where it was from. And that's half the problem, because I saw it. It was like, I didn't actually have my dollars on me that day. I was like, I'll come back tomorrow and find it. Completely forgot which store it was at. So I spent about an hour just doing circles of conventional. I couldn't find it. Like, whether or not it got sold out that day, or whether or not I just didn't stumble across it again. I was just so annoyed.
What was it?
It was a Pokemon T-shirt, and it had it's Ghastly Haunter and Gengar. And it was kind of like their shadows expanding into each other. Because there was a couple of them like that with the for the evolutions for Pokemon, but I couldn't see the Ghastly evolution line anywhere. Like, I saw it one day, and then there was a very similar T-shirt the next day, and I was like, that's not correct. Because I took a picture on the phone. I was like, that's not it.
Yeah.
But couldn't find it anyway. So
That
I guess it
sounds
must got bought.
really... I'm pretty certain I saw that, and yeah, that did look so cool. But,
It happens.
yeah, totally. You just totally lose these things at a convention. You're just like, yes, I will remember exactly where this is, and then you walk off, turn around in 3 circles, and then you're like, I don't know where I even am right now. And
well,
then...
I went to because I bought the SunDisk token, and I was like, oh, I've got it from one of the it's right in the center. I remember in the convention floor. I know exactly where it is now because I found it like 4 times after I went looking.
Yeah.
And then the next day I was like, you know what? I fancy grabbing one of the Estus flasks they have because fuck it, why not? So I spent about an hour getting my way over there, and I got there and it was they'd sold out, and I was like, mother, like But then the guy had like one which was his, and he was like, you know, you can order it online if you want to take a look. I was like, oh yeah, thanks, and grabbed it, and then I realized that you can't actually drink out of it. So I was like, don't want this anymore, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Because it
So
wasn't.
is it just like a display piece?
Yeah, it's just a display piece, and because it was like, you know the way S flask is, it's like egg shaped, and then there's the conical bit at the top.
Yeah.
The bit at the top, the spout was hollow, but the inside was solid. And the guy was like, well, you could, like, it was basically the size of a shot glass. And he's like, well, you could do shots out of this, but this isn't FDA approved for human consumption. Like the plastic we use isn't approved for being used for food. So I don't know what would happen. We don't recommend that you drink out of this. So I was like, yeah, if it's not FDA approved and you don't recommend it, I ain't risking that.
No, I wouldn't either. I'd stick to places that make things for drinking out of.
I bet I could find, if I really want one, I bet I could find an Estus flask online I could drink out of. I bet I could.
Absolutely.
But,
yeah.
Never mind. But yeah, that saved me $40, so that was nice. In a way.
Nice.
It was irritating at first, and then I walked away like 10 minutes later. I was like, yeah, I really didn't need that. Like, that would have been such a waste.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Never mind.
There was I didn't see much that really caught my eye at RCX. Like the game Black Ice, I was just like, I just want to pick that up.
Have you played that yet? Have you installed it?
I've spent about 2 hours playing it. It just got patched like 2 or 3 days ago. To improve it, which wiped my character's progress. But at the convention, he said that was going to happen anyway, so I was anticipating it. And it's enjoyable. It's a first-person shooter. I believe you can have up to 10 people playing at the same time. I like how it plays. I'm not particularly good with mouse and keyboard, but that's fine. And yeah, it's just fun to play.
I didn't get to play it because every time I went, like when I was up with you, Woods and Andy, I believe, were playing it. And then I like wandered off, and every time I wandered back to the booth, there was always people playing it, and I was just like, oh, it's just a good sign. Because there were some of the games I was looking at, and it was just like, it's a bit dead. It's like, but yeah, the I don't know. I kind of wanted to play it and see, because I was kind of looking at it like, I get the vibe, I get what they're going for, but I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I just want to. I should have just like waited in line to play it or something. But
I got there on the Friday. Like,
you managed to get onto the floor on Friday, so you know that was, fucking holy grail, the lot.
Yeah, it was like Friday 1:30, and I was just like, well, there's no one playing this. He's like, do you want to play? I was like, absolutely. I'm gonna sit down and play this game. I have no idea about. And yeah, just played it. It felt good, and I don't know. It was enjoyable. You've got these certain enemy types that come towards you. You have to learn the quirks of each one, but you just, as you level up, you get more and more powerful equipment, and it works just smoothly and nicely. So I don't know. I enjoyed playing it, but I don't know how to recommend it to someone else, because all you do is you go up to a box, you click on the box, and then you fight a wave of enemies.
It's very minimalistic. Like, for those who have no idea what we're on about, just go on Steam, just Google Black Ice. It looks like a Tron shooter, honestly. That's probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah, it's like a black world with
visuals,
neon
anyway.
wireframes for like models of things, and
I mean, it looked really fun. When it was RTX, I just didn't get a chance to sit down and play it, and so my hesitation with it is that I am a stingy bastard, and I don't pay a lot for games. I have a thing where I'm just like, I don't know whether it's what my parents sort of beat into me as a kid, but I was just like, no, you know, if you're gonna buy a game, buy a good one, which is why I always had like Zelda and like Smash Brothers and like Soul Calibur and like either fighting games that you can just play over and over and over again, or single player things which are just like they last forever. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I've had that recently as well. It's like, oh, I don't want to buy any of these games. And then I got my bonus and I was just like, okay, I can afford games. So I bought games I've already played. Well done, me. Like the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Final Fantasy X/10-2 HD Remaster, Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age, which is the HD remaster of that, and then I bought Destiny 2. But that's still to come. And yeah, I'm going through those games. I haven't even opened Final Fantasy XII yet because I'm trying to work on so many other games. Diablo 3's just started a new season, which I'm still playing. And that's just too much fun. I really like Diablo 3. I thought I was like, oh, I've got a passing interest in it. I'll play it when it comes up. And then the new season started and I was just like, oh no, this game does have me hooked. I need to play this. So,
well, I talking to games I really need to get back into. I really need to get back into Overwatch because we haven't played it properly in many a month since like the last hero came out and like a new one's just dropped, Doomfist, and it looks really fun. And it's just like I've been watching like a few gameplay commentaries from like some of the YouTubers I watch, and I'm just like, you know what? I do miss this game. Like we just stopped playing it, and I don't quite know why. Well, no, I do know why. It's because at one point GTA went on sale this year.
This past summer
it wasn't the summer sale. It was it was the one before that. No, it was the one before that. It went on sale and loads of people from the group bought it. So we like our games at the moment are GTA 5 and Rocket League pretty much exclusively right now.
Yeah.
And actually, well, no, that's a big lie. And Battlegrounds.
Yeah, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, because that is just like it's like cocaine.
Yeah.
That game is, I don't know. There's just something about it.
Yeah.
It's just so good. And when you win, it's like I've only won like on my own now. I don't know how many times I've won in a squad because like people have carried me like hard. But I've won on my own twice, and both times I can remember with vivid clarity.
Yeah. Nice. I forgot where I was going with my brain.
No, you mentioned Destiny 2. So did you take part in the beta?
Destiny 2. Yes, I did. Cool. So, Destiny 2 beta came out like 2 weeks ago. And it was a story mission and a strike and 2 PvP modes on their own maps. The PC version's coming with all the same content at the end of August. I don't know whether to check it out or not to see if I can play it on my PC. I am playing it on PS4. I still have no idea how good I'd be at first-person shooters with mouse and keyboard. Something I do need to get better at, but I don't know whether I'd actually be interested in playing Destiny 2 on a PC. It does look good, and
the PC lot, it's always a different experience for shooters. Like the PC lot are always way more fickle, I find, when it comes to consoles. When it comes to games.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of any examples off the top of my head, but I know that a lot of the controversy, like as a man who doesn't play Destiny and has kind of not really any interest in it, just the shit I hear just like flowing off the sides. Like Destiny 1, it had a rough launch. They dropped a lot of people. Then they started bringing in like really good content packs. And like really supporting really well after launch, and then it just got better and better and better, and now it's a really good game.
Yeah.
Destiny 2, what I've been hearing is that they've pissed off a lot of the crowd because they've optimized Destiny 2 from the sound of it for PvP rather than PvE. So like the weapons feel really good and they feel much better and the gunplay is much nicer. But at the same time, against enemies, like against computer enemies, it's apparently like weird or tougher or something. I'm not quite sure.
So Destiny works with like a leveling system where you get like incremental improvements.
Okay.
The beta was fixed at a certain level, and the enemies were above that level. What I have a feeling about the game is that people weren't understanding that we were going against tougher enemies, and we were under-equipped, basically.
Right.
So I believe a lot of the complaints and problems with it are that, okay, the balance is a little off. The super abilities that you get should be coming back quicker. But that is, apparently it's been tweaked. already, because the beta build was already 2 months old and certain things in it had already been changed within the main game.
I get that sometimes, but sometimes that just annoys me when they're like, "Oh yeah, no, this isn't the current build." It's like we don't expect it to be the current build, but I remember there was a beta. Oh god, what was it? I think it was like Battlefield 1, I think, and they released the beta 2 weeks before the game came out or something, like a month or something. It's like maybe 6 weeks tops, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this is the beta build." And it was a legit beta build, and then people were giving them feedback, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, we've just done the final patch for the game, like at launch, we're ready to go." And they were like, "This isn't a beta anymore; it's a demo." And they're like, "Yeah, just." Like halfway through the period where the beta was, they were like, "Yeah, we've finished all the patches, we've taken on some of your concerns, and we're ready to ship now." And people were still sending them things like, "This is busted," or "This is weird," or "This is not fixed." And they were like, "Yeah, but we've patched the final game now. Like we're just like having we're having some well-deserved rest and recovering." And I was just like, "What's the point?"
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice that like there's been a lot of feedback. My problem is a lot of people are just like, "Oh, there's a lot of things that don't work particularly well," or it's like the super abilities, they're a bit of a mess, and the grenade recharge time is a little long. Like the only complaint, and like all of the weapons unoptimized, but that's because the weapon balance isn't finished, and they mentioned that going into it. They said that they're trying to get a gauge on what people feel about the super abilities and grenade abilities and melee abilities.
Being upfront about that is fine.
Yeah.
But grenade abilities. So grenades are on a cooldown then instead of being an item.
Yes, they
were.
Were
they always
in the first
were they
game,
always like that?
Yes. Yeah, they've always been like that. So it's not. It's nothing new that it's got a cooldown associated.
There's not many games that do that, and I always find that a bit weird, personally.
In Destiny, it's tied in by the way that your Guardian is powered and like how you have the ability to resurrect. So and like continue playing.
Oh no, it's never from a lore perspective. It's more from a gameplay perspective, because nobody particularly does it. I can't think of any other. There's one other game which is just kind of like that reminds me of it. But like regenerating grenades has been like, it's a weird thing. At the same time, it stops grenade spam, so that's nice.
Yeah.
There is nothing worse than the Halo just woof 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 woof, plasminate. Yeah.
And
good
they
times.
stick, so plasma grenades are the best.
The frag grenades are much more fun. You can bank them.
Suppose.
Banking a frag grenade and getting a kill is the most satisfying thing you can do in most games, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd agree with that.
It's just so nice.
Yeah, totally. Awesome. Yeah, so Destiny 2, it's going to be fun. It did give me everything I wanted from it. I played the PvP as a group of 4 with Izzy, Ewan, and either Ali or Jordan, depending on what time, because we started with Jordan, then moved to having Ali in the group. And it works really well for teams working together. We lost, I think, 3 games of 20 that we played. And so, like, it really prioritizes working in a team to get the team synergy going. And it really does make things significantly easier.
Yeah, and to be fair, like, you guys play or have played Destiny 1, like, you've got the teamwork down. Like, there's times with the Good Guy Gamers, if we get most people out of even like the 16, 20 of us who there are, like actively still gaming, you take a random slice of 4 people out of that, and we can get together some sort of set of teamwork. And then there's also like the absolute dream compositions that sometimes like Emma and Totem will ruin anybody's day. Jen and Adane will fuck everything up. Doesn't matter what game they're playing. It doesn't matter if you've just gained them controller. They will perform flawlessly. So there's a lot to be said about the people who've like played games together a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into it. Like, it comes out on the 6th of September, so I'm like here for a month. I've got so much work to do that I don't know if I'll be able to play it. But then at the beginning of October, I'm going over to the States, where I'm going to have afternoons to play it with friends. But I'm going to have afternoons to play it with the friends that are over here. And then we have evenings to play it with friends that are over in the States. So, yeah. That's not
you're
going to go
doubling
down
up
well.
on time.
Oh, that's not going to go down well with Rachel. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I'll dedicate less hours to it.
No, it's okay. You can just when she's at work, just like do the chores, whatever she's set you for the day. Just do them like really quick in an hour, and then just Destiny.
I mean, I'm real good at keeping things tidy, like when she's around. When she's not around, oh no, I'm no good at that. But like if I know, oh, I'm working on this because I know this is what needs to be done. Like dishwasher needs loading, I'll do that. I'll get it done. And I just like keep on top of like, all the little jobs.
Just an hour. Just like you get up when she gets up. Just do an hour,
Yes.
and then just gaming, lunch, bit more gaming, bit of clear up.
Mm-hmm.
Like 20 minutes, and then she comes in, and then you've had like 8 hours gaming already almost.
Yeah.
When you break it down, it's pretty.
It's gonna be pretty easy, isn't it?
It's I've got to
study while I'm away as well. I've got to study quite a lot.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I'm gonna have two exams when I get back in January as well. So like, I've already got those days booked off to go and do that.
Yeah, ISO 9001's easy.
Yeah. So yeah.
I do not envy you in the slightest, mate. Like
Nah,
seriously.
It's fine. Like I'm just. Yeah.
No, you will be fine. It doesn't
pointless.
take a genius, but it's just like a lot of shit to.
Oh yeah,
process.
There's a lot of stuff to get organised and just make sure everything's in place. But yeah, you know, that's the way it's gonna be. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Destiny 2. I'm going over to the States for 3 months. I'm really looking forward to it. Gonna get to figure out what I'm doing. And then, yeah, RTX was pretty cool. And yeah, anything else you want to chat about? I can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
Nah, we didn't. Normally we do a topic list for this, which is normally why we ramble on for hours upon hours. And since, I mean, we could talk about D&D for fucking hours if we wanted, but let's be honest, we've covered that so many times. Let's give them a break this time.
Yeah, totally. I would definitely want to talk about it, but today is not the day for that.
Today is not the day.
That can be done in a few weeks, and everything will be okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Once I've had more story and time with my whatever class I'm playing, Asimar Rogue. Yeah, Asimar Rogue, amazing.
God, bloody hell, you're Asimar Rogue now. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, not to go into it. We're already going into it, but fuck it. It's not to go into this massively. I introduced Vic to it the other day, and she was loving it. Nice. Which is really nice. So I did a one shot when we were away, and then I did a one shot shortly after I came back, which was the exact same campaign, just did it a second time. But yeah, she was loving it. It's great fun.
Cool.
So yeah,
cool.
I've lots of people. I've converted like half the group to play. It's just like, all right, so I'm the dungeon master now. Now fuck, I'm the dungeon master now.
No,
anybody else want to try, guys?
Awesome.
Fuck.
Awesome. Cool.
All right then, let's wrap up.
One thing
shall
I
we?
did want to say,
Oh,
I
no.
had just remembered something. I tried to do some like recording of me playing Sky Factory. Now, I'm not the best at like making videos, and I'm gonna try and figure out how to make it better because I've been trying. I've tried before as well, like to try and make a video and make it entertaining, and doesn't work. Now I'm just trying to like I've done like three episodes. They're all terrible. I'll probably start again until I get something that looks vaguely somewhat like a good quality
Like
video.
you say oh, it looks terrible. Like, look at the first video that anybody put out.
True.
You know, hell, look at the first version of this podcast when it was Community 1-on-1. Way fucking back in the day.
That's Stuart's. It was.
Oh
just
no,
Topham
that's Stuart.
Chats.
Sorry, no. What was it? It was Topham
just
Chats.
Topham Chats. Yeah.
Did you
Did
do something before that?
I did a music one that kind of ran along parallel. I think it was called Community Notes.
Community Notes, that was it. That was what I was thinking of. Sorry, I got you mixed up with Stuart's old one.
It's okay.
But yeah, no, it's like you look at the first episode of that or the first episode of Topham Chats compared to this one now.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like,
fucking
things
leaps
are
and bounds.
Significantly better. Actually, before I'd done all that, like about 4 years ago, I'd done a whole maybe 2 or 3 series of going through the original Dark Souls. And I haven't done anything since then. So now I'm just like, I'm going to have
Oh yeah,
so
I
much
remember.
time.
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah. I don't know. I haven't looked at those videos in so long. But
Well, it's like I'm gonna start getting back into the recordings again because XCOM 2 DLC is coming out at the end of August.
oh yeah.
So it's on. It comes out, I believe. I need to double check this. I believe it comes out on August Bank Holiday Monday. So my plan for that day is get up, install the game, play it, record it, edit it, upload it before the day's out. Just like fucking do it immediately, you know?
Yeah.
Assuming it's not, of course, a midnight release on like Monday/Tuesday morning, and then I'm just gonna be like, fuck. But yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Are you gonna do some,
I'm probably way out of practice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're gonna do some like preparatory episods beforehand that you're just gonna trash.
To be fair, I need to just play XCOM again because I haven't played that game in like 5-6 months properly, and that is not a game that you could just hop back into.
No.
Like, it takes a completely different mindset. I will get like destroyed, even on like normal difficulty. It will just bend me over and break me. It's not gonna be pretty the first time I'm playing that again. But yeah,
fair enough.
We'll see.
Cool. Right, I'm gonna start working on new projects with face cam and all the lovely stuff. Now I've figured out, like, the first ones I did, I'd set it all up in OBS, and then I've realized since then that you can like full screen Minecraft properly, and I was like, well, I have made a mistake.
You didn't know you could full screen Minecraft?
I thought you could, and then I couldn't remember where to find the option. Now I found the option.
You press F11.
Ah, okay. Cool.
That's it. You don't even need to go to the options. You press a button.
I didn't even know that. Cool, I'm learning stuff. Yes!
I believe
Awesome.
it's F11. It's one of the F keys. You can just press it and it'll just like turn it from window mode to full screen, for you.
Ah, awesome. Well, thank you very much, Tom. Cool. Thank you very much for being my guest this week. Where can we find you across the internet?
You can find me at McDom on Steam, McDom on Rooster Teeth, McDom023k on YouTube and on Twitter.
Cool.
McDom023k.
Cool. I can be found across the internet at Destroy Topham or at Etherfar. I'm actually recording the videos, the Facecam Minecraft videos under the Etherfar name, so they'll likely pop up on that channel, which probably doesn't have a following at the moment. I'm just trying to get things together because that's where my music is. I've been working on a song like crazy, actually, that I might start properly recording. It's going to be a weird one, so I don't know. But yeah, anyway, I can be found across the internet at Destroy Tom or at Etherfar, depending on where you look, really. So thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, John, for being my guest this week.
No problem, Topham. Anytime.
Excellent. And thank you, everyone, for listening. Have an exciting week. Goodbye.
Toodles.